Imagine an emperor who started his life not in a golden palace, but in a dark prison. A king who grew up on the streets, knowing hunger and hardship. This is the story of Lu Xun, one of ancient China's greatest rulers. He was the orphan who saved a collapsing empire and forged a golden age, all because of his unbelievable childhood. His great-grandfather was the mighty Emperor Wu, who expanded China like never before. But as Wu grew paranoid in his final years, a terrible conspiracy called the Witchcraft Disaster tore the family apart. The crown prince was framed and killed, along with almost his entire family. Only one baby grandson survived, Lu Xun. The future emperor was arrested as a baby and put in a special prison for royal relatives. A kind and brave prison official named Pingjun secretly protected him there. A few years later, there was a big national pardon, so the boy was set free. But with no family left, he had to live as a commoner and an orphan, moving from place to place. This difficult childhood is what later made him such a great emperor who understood ordinary people. Yet even during those difficult times, there was warmth and happiness. It was in this period of simplicity that he met and fell in love with a woman named Pingjun. They married and had a son, Lu Shi. Though they were poor, their lives were filled with deep love and genuine happiness. Then, in 74 BC, the young Emperor Zhao died suddenly. He left no heir to the throne. The most powerful minister, Huo selected the young prince of Chang'e, Lu He, to become the new emperor. However, after only 27 days, Lu He was removed from the palace for challenging Huo authority. Now Huo needed a new emperor. He chose someone he believed would be easy to control, the humble and unknown grandson from the streets, Lu Xun. Shortly after Lu Xun ascended the throne, Huo expected the emperor to appoint his daughter as the Empress. This was a big problem for the young emperor. He loved his wife from his commoner days, Pingjun, deeply. But Minister Huo was very powerful. The emperor could not simply say no. So the clever emperor thought of a plan. He did not say anything directly. Instead, he announced to all his ministers, "I am looking for a sword I owned when I was a commoner. It was just an old, simple sword. Not fancy or expensive, but it has great meaning to me. I am a loyal man, and I cannot forget my old sword. I must find it." The cleverest ministers soon grasped the emperor's hidden meaning. He wasn't truly speaking of a sword. He was speaking of his past and of the woman he had loved since those humble days. And so, with this subtle but powerful message, Emperor Lu Xun fulfilled his promise. He elevated his true love, Pingjun, to be his empress. For the first few years of Lu Xun's reign, Huo held all real power at court. All the while, his wife relentlessly plotted to make their daughter the new empress. Finally, in 71 BC, she saw her chance, taking advantage of Empress Pingjun's weakened state after childbirth. She conspired with a female court physician to poison the young mother. Heartbroken, Emperor Lu Xun soon realized that his family was behind Pingjun's death. However, with Huo influence at its peak, the young emperor had no choice but to hide his grief and bide his time. He even accepted Huo's daughter as the new empress, showing her false favor in public to avoid alerting the family. Behind the scenes, however, he watched and waited, slowly learning to play the deadly game of power. Finally, in 68 BC, the powerful Huo died. Emperor Xian honored him with a grand state funeral fit for an emperor. By then, the emperor had already ruled for 7 years. Now experienced and shrewd, he began to quietly remove the Huo family members from key positions, all without revealing his true intentions. The following year, Emperor Xian appointed his eldest son, the child he had with Su Pingjun, as the crown prince. Fooled by her own greed, Hua Guang's wife repeatedly ordered her daughter, Empress Hua, to poison the crown prince, but failed each time. She then persuaded her sons and nephews to launch a rebellion in an attempt to overthrow the emperor and seize the throne. After the plot was exposed, the entire Hua family was executed. Empress Hua was also deposed and later committed suicide. Because of her cruelty, ambition, and foolish schemes, from poisoning attempts to treason, the wife of the most powerful minister single-handedly dragged the entire Hua clan to ruin. This tragedy is often seen as one of history's earliest examples of a powerful family destroyed by a toxic woman. Now in charge, Lu Xun used his unique skills to create a golden age, known as the Xiaoxuan Revival. He was a master of management. He promoted honest officials and fired corrupt ones. He cut taxes, built granaries to prevent famine, and the economy boomed. But his greatest fame was in war and diplomacy. He formed alliances, defeated the empire's greatest enemy, the Xiongnu Confederacy, and for the first time in history, brought the vast Silk Road territories under China's permanent control. Lu Xun's reign is considered the peak of the Han Dynasty's power, wealth, and size, even higher than its more famous beginnings. He proved that the best leader isn't always the one born in a palace. Sometimes it's the one who has lived a real life, who understands struggle, and who never forgets where they came from. He was the prisoner emperor, the orphan who saved an empire and defined what it meant to be a just ruler.